views and opinions expressed on the Big Llama Show are those of the host and guest. They do not reflect that of our sponsors, advertisers, or employers. Enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Yeah, it's in the she ruckus. Dead beat, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Wagon to the million, Louis V about that. Stacking paper limitless, what you know about that? I'm getting paper, seats in the club, hands up in the air. Wagon to the million, Louis V about that. Stacking paper limitless, what you know about that?
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Thank you so much for joining me. I got to bring on my co-host with me as always, Blackout AD. AD, what's going on, man?
What's going on, brother? How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I almost was running late for the show, man, because I was watching that Bills Chiefs game, man. Holy shit! So I feel
took it home.
Well, the Chiefs just won it in overtime. So if you were watching that game, man, I know the Bills fans who. My sister-in-law is a huge Bills fan, so I was actually watching and sort of thinking about her reaction. And I think in the last 2 minutes, I think they scored like 4 touchdowns. Like they just went back and forth. Then went to overtime, and I guess that Kansas City sealed the deal 42-36. So,
nice.
You know, yeah, I was watching. I was like, oh my god, I got to get to the show. I got to get going. And then they went to overtime. I was like, I can't watch. So. I just grabbed the score here just to see if it had finished. So, we got some folks on tonight. You know, Jimmy was on first, right?
He's good.
And then he's telling us, get the finger to the moist pigeon right there, right?
Oh man.
Oh, let's see. We got AD's in the chat. The big homie's on here talking about Showtime.
Big homicidal.
He was trying to throw ADs in the chat there. Hashtag Blackout, hashtag Llama Nation. Really, really excited. I hadn't seen Hercules Outlaws. He's I'm sure he's on Baby Detail, but I haven't seen him streaming lately. Have you heard anything from him?
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. He's doing his dad thing.
Of course.
I think he's just soaking up all the time with the newborn and stuff, helping his wife out. I'm sure. So.
Yeah, I mean
he was grinding, so he deserves a little break,
For sure. I mean, I just like I said, I think I texted you this week. It's like, hey man, where you at, man? I'm looking out for you guys. I want to make sure everything's all right. I want to make sure we're still on the we're still streaming and doing all that good stuff. So
yeah, I had a busy week. They scheduled me to close like every day, so usually I try to stream from like 3 or 4. To whenever I get off, but coming home, I was like, man, I'm not gonna get like decent viewers this week. You know what I mean? Like if I stream at like 12 or 1, which funny enough, I mean, I still streamed I ended up streaming like 20 hours. So
okay.
I still streamed 20 hours this week. It's not bad. Monday was a good stream. I did that like 4 to whatever stream. And then I streamed Friday at late night and I did pretty well. I was like, oh man, it was like a normal stream. So who knows? Maybe I will continue to stream maybe late night, just see if I build like a late night following or, And then yesterday's stream, which we'll talk about, was, one of my best streams probably ever.
it was insane. That was an insane stream, man. I mean, like I said, and we're going to talk about it because I want to devote time to it. I want to talk about how we can use Discord, for some things that we want to do. Yeah. But yeah, that was a whole lot of fun. It was a whole lot of fun. All right, so. A huge thing happened this week for us. We went up in subscribers by I think we're at almost 390. Like it was crazy. It was just something insane. Like I wasn't even going to put the Rambo video out. I really wasn't. I was that disappointed in it. And holy shit, it grew legs and it's got 770 views, and a whole bunch of people jumped on after that, and a whole lot of hate too, so we're gonna talk about that. So John Gillen's out here. Yo, what's up? Hashtag
on,
Road
John?
to 1,000. Yeah. John John just recently, him and Lil Llama made their summer baseball team, man. The 2025 summer team, man. They're gonna be playing Prospect Wire and was that Perfect Game? All those big showcases, man. I mean, I know you missed those things.
I never did them.
No.
Never.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, it's
I
like
barely. I played travel ball like 1 year, and I was already 18.
I mean, we started late with Junior Llama, but Little Llama, we're like, nah, man, we're going in head first, man. The first year you're eligible to do it, let's do it. So so congratulations, John, on making that team, man. It's gonna be awesome. We got him in the pitching rotation.
Nice.
Nasty curveball this kid throws, man. Nasty curve.
Nice.
Oh man, let's see. We got a couple viewers on. It's good. We want to start talking about some things. So again, thank you very much to the viewers. Thank you everyone who's watching or listening to the podcast. Podcasts are available every week. I made some money on the podcast from the ad.
Uh-oh.
I made like 30 cents.
Nice.
But you know what? It's funny is making that money is interesting. You made some money last week. We talked about that.
Yeah.
What this week was to me, right, with the Rambo video just kind of blowing up a little bit, and me seeing a couple things that I'd like to do, it was one of those weeks where I was like, damn it, I wish I could do this full time. Because I had, like, from the Rambo video, I had tons of stuff I wanted to go over. There's like 3 or 4 movies I wanted to watch. There's some episodes of TV shows I wanted to put on here, but I'm like, you know what, I don't have the time. But it's okay, like, I get it. Like my growth will be a slow and steady growth because of the amount of videos I put out. So
Yeah.
And the other part is I'm seeing these reactors doing the same stuff that I do, and they're putting out 3 to 4 movies a week, and I'm like, damn, I'm behind the curve. But you know what? The people who watch my stuff, I think it's based on the YouTube algorithm. It's like Rambo was a YouTube algorithm. Like people found it in a search.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was strategically placed. People searched it out. Wasn't searching for me, but that particular title, and there was a passion for it. Holy shit! Did I find that out in the hardest way possible?
I mean, you shitted on their movie.
Oh my god! And I all right. We're going to talk about it. Let's get right into it, because of course the thumbnail said it all, and I don't do this to you very often, AD, but I'm gonna go big screen. I just gotta confess a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
Confession number 1. Yes, I prejudged the movie Rambo, or First Blood. I prejudged it. I had a preconceived notion what this movie was supposed to be. I thought it was, a cartoonish Rambo blowing shit up. And it was a traditional, anti-Vietnam movie.
Yeah.
Which I shitted all over. I mean, and I feel really bad that I did so, but on a couple of the responses, I said, I stand by my reaction. I don't care. I stand by my reaction. That's how I felt at that moment in time.
Yeah.
And so that's it. I stand by right now. The hate, dude, that I got, man, the freaking hazing, somebody called me numbnuts. The other guy called, I'm an idiot. All kinds of shit. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, do you get hate on your channel?
My whole chat is toxic. So it's different because, like, my chat is toxic, so the hate kind of, like, it fits with what we're doing. But what you're doing is, like, you're talking about IP that people, like, love and, like, grew up on. So that hate's going to be a little different. I think that's, like, as long as you stand by what you said in the video and, that's how you felt and that's what you portrayed and you were happy with the video. Plus, it did good for you numbers-wise. You know what I mean? And, like, reactions, like, yeah, they might hate, but some of them will definitely come back and watch another video, especially if you do, like, the next couple. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If you watch the next couple of Rambos, they're gonna watch just to see if you're hating on the next couple. You know what I mean? Like, and if you don't, you might win them over too. So it's like,
yeah.
I look at it as a good thing for you because you're gonna have to go through that eventually. You know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be videos people don't like of yours. It's just is what it is.
Yeah, we've talked about it before that it doesn't get to me at first, but like I want to be liked. I want to I want people to like my stuff. But when someone disagrees, I don't disagree with them. I say, look, you got a good point, and maybe I looked at it the wrong way, but I still see it the way I see it, right? And only thing that bothered me is a couple people were like, you know, it's a free country. You don't know what freedom is. And I'm like, dude, I'm a freaking veteran. I know what freedom is. I know what, I know the hate he got. It's not, and that's, I think, what I don't like to throw in people's faces. Like, I know my shit. Like, I know what I'm talking about, and I know, like, what I feel, and I get it. Like, there's stuff I don't know about the movie. There's stuff I didn't know. But the movie edit was not great, and it was kind of, like I said, I didn't like it, but I see what they were trying to do. It just didn't work for me. So, I explain that to people all the time. I just try to make sure I'm not trying to. And that's the hardest part is, like people say, as you get bigger, you're going to get more hate.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is the psychology of people. Like let me ask you, if you see something you don't like, do you like blast that shit? Like, do you like internet keyboard crazy on it, or do you just like, all right, next one?
No, but I'll talk shit about it on stream for sure.
Right.
So it's kind of the same thing, but I'm not gonna go like I don't comment hate on anything really.
I just what's funny is I get it now. Like I read a lot of people's comments. I read a lot of other reactionaries' comments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just don't understand what makes somebody like so passionate about something. I don't know. I clearly struck a nerve with a lot of people with this video, and they were quick to jump on it, like, and just be all over it. So, I mean,
you got like, what is it, like 50 comments or something like that? Like,
let's see. So, yes, 57 comments. So a lot of people were questioning, like, because I kept saying, what's his motivation? Why does the story do what it's supposed to do? And like 100 people have, what's his motivation? I'm blown away you asked this question. Like, I'm like, dude, I honestly didn't know. They're like, he just wanted something to eat. I'm like, okay, I get it. He wanted something to eat, but that's not like clear in the story. Like, I don't know these things. Like, I mean, honestly, like I said, if I didn't expect to shoot him up, I probably would have seen this movie a little bit differently. Now I did get emotional in the movie. I don't know if anyone saw it. 35 minutes into the video, or like the end of the reaction, Stallone's monologue got me. Like, it hit me, and I was like, it makes sense. Yeah. But it wasn't enough to sway the video. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, that's the one thing I learned is I want to be liked, and that's kind of shitty with doing this internet shit.
Yeah, but if you're being real to yourself, expressing your true thoughts, you're gonna rub people the wrong way, and it's like you kind of have to just going in as an entertainer. I look at it as this, like, I don't want to get sensitive because I could probably get sensitive about stuff. I haven't had like anything like that, so I don't know. But I know when I first put like a couple clips out, and like people like say the clips were kind of bad, I would feel some type of way. But when those like interactions happen, I kind of like decided like, well, it is what it is. Like, people aren't gonna like my stuff, and if they don't, you know what I mean. It is like I have people that do like it, and they come back continuously. So as long as I'm making the people that come back happy, we're cool. And if you're gonna come through, you're gonna give me a view anyways. You know what I mean?
Right,
but,
right.
A comment helps the interaction. It helps the algorithm. So you're basically doing me a favor whether you like it or hate it.
Exactly. I mean, again, the dislike was there. It was my most disliked video of all the entire channel.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me because I was like, damn, I was on, like, my average is 97%. Most people like my shit, but like now 57% of the people who watched it disliked this video, and I was like, good God, that's a lot of people. And it had 700 something views. Like, oh, that's the other thing too. Like, the fact that it got that many views and it's a 40-minute video.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm right there on my monetization for hours, like publishing hours. I just got to get the 1,000 subscribers and then instantly be monetized. But,
yeah.
Let's see. We got a couple of comments here. Everybody deserves their own opinion. Of course they do. But you're in the wrong on this. Oh, okay.
He disliked the video for sure.
Yeah, no, and that's okay. That's okay. Listen, like I said, I honestly judged it wrong, but I'm not wrong when I tell you that the story didn't make sense in terms of the and what people were telling me in the comments is that there was more to the story of the cop who got all bent out of shape that Rambo was there, and there was a whole backstory to it, and so like that was missing in the thing, and that's what sort of throw everything off. It's just like all of a sudden you show up in Port St. Lucie, and the cop hates you. Why?
Yeah.
Like you don't know why, and all of a sudden he's picking on you. What's the reason for that? Like if that's not a movie you're watching, that's exactly what I was looking at. But there's a whole story behind it, and that's what was missing. So, but Jimmy, agree to disagree, buddy.
You gotta have Jimmy on to talk about this, debate it with him.
I think so. I think so.
I just like the fact that you got this video experience because now, you learn from it and you see like you might not feel highly about a video, but you never know what that video is gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm sure you didn't think this video was gonna do. For some reason, I knew when you said you were still putting it out. I was like, watch, this video is gonna get some views. I don't know why I thought that, but it was like the fact that you were still putting it out, even though you didn't like it. I was like, just, you know what I mean? So good on you, man.
Listen, I wasn't even going to put it out. Remember, I had done Scream because that one was
exactly.
so. I thought that one was so bad.
Yeah, and then when you said, I think last episode, you said you were gonna post it, and I was like, all right, well, let's see what it does.
It's crazy. It's just insane how it blew up. The only thing I'll say about this last thing about this video, then we're going to talk about your stream because that was insane last night.
Oh, yeah.
The only last thing is that I'm happy to say that I think I've cracked the copyright code, and I ain't telling nobody what that is. I've seen now, like, of the more popular reactors that I watch, like all of them, put these boohoo messages about this video got taken down, and I'm trying to post this one, it keeps getting taken down. And I go back and I watch their videos. I'm like, I know why it got taken down, but I ain't gonna fucking tell you. I'm gonna keep that shit to myself.
Llama's learning the ways of the YouTube.
Well, I think I cracked the code, because I honestly had timed it. Like, I put out literally 20 to 25 minutes of actual movie content that you actually get to see. And that's like unheard of. Like usually you get 10 minutes for fair use. Mm-hmm. And then most of the time they grab you if you put more than 30 seconds on the screen. But I think I figured it out, so I'm happy. I'm happy about that. So that's one positive that came out is I'm watching people struggle. I'm like, I ain't struggling. I don't have their views, but
yeah.
Oh man.
But I do think like even if you only post, you gotta like set a day like how we do for the Sundays thing, like for your post. Well, you know what I mean? Whether you only post once or twice, however many you post, but just have that day where everybody knows that's the day you post. Because I think that'll be a lot beneficial, especially with your format, because then you'll get, like optimal. It's almost like training them.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, because I put out 2 this week. I put out Scream and Rambo. They came out within 5 days of each other, mm-hmm. which was great for me, but it wasn't. I think Rambo came out Tuesday or Wednesday, and then it had good traction for the week. So I think I'm gonna try to get everything out by Wednesday, so that way there's something in the hopper up until the Sunday night show. Yeah. All right, so that's good there. Let's talk about that live stream you did, man. Like, wow, like UFC 270, man.
UFC 270. We watched. Watch it on my Twitch channel, blackout_AD. We also had it was like a watch party. We framed it more like a fight companion, for the Twitch stream itself. But in the Discord, which is this is not the first time I've done it, but this is the first time it was this like successful. Mm-hmm. But in the Discord, we were watching. I was streaming the fight onto the Discord and just had people, you could come in or whatnot, and it was just me, Jimmy, and Roman Gabe in our Discord at first, and then I started seeing like random people pop up. Like one dude came in and he messaged the chat and said, "Oh, he's like, I was gonna look for another Discord, but I saw you started streaming it again." So that means he came to my last one that I did, because I've done I think 2 of these Discord things. Because shout out to Trig, this dude Trig came into my chat when I did one of the like Jake Paul fights. I think Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley, and he was like, "Yo, put it on follower mode, follower chat only. So then they have to follow you, and then put the like stream it in the Discord and put the link of the Discord. So now you're getting followers for coming into your stream because the numbers kind of do well. Like I didn't stream at all this week, but that one stream I had 300 views. So it was like I got most of my views within that one stream, which was awesome. But so he gave me the idea for the Discord thing, and I like implemented it yesterday with this fight because I thought it was gonna be a big fight. So I was like, again, thinking, let's see what the numbers do. You know what I mean? I had no clue that the Discord was gonna pop off the way the Discord popped off. We had about like I think at one point like 17, 18 people in there, and we had a dude from France was like in our Discord just talking to us. He was the first one to start talking too. It was
Golden
me and
Jet.
Jimmy. Golden Jet. Shout out
Golden Jet.
But it was me and Jimmy talking, and then he comes and was like, "Hey, thank you for streaming." And I was like, "Thank you." And then he just started like asking us questions and then like commentating with us, and then it ended up like we had a homie L come through, and like a bunch of people just started like talking. You came through, which was awesome because you were there for a while and you just experienced like you got to see what we were doing, and I just had a great time streaming the whole time. And like I said, the numbers on the Twitch did really well, and the fact that I actually had like some traction in the Discord, to me, it's like, man, I'm building again. I say this every week, but it's like the growth is crazy because I did not anticipate this. Now I'm excited for February 12th for the next fight because now I can actually promo this and see.
Yeah.
Maybe it gets a little bigger,
Yeah, and they have to be followers of yours or subscribers to get into there, and that's the key. But I'm telling you, once you're in there and you've got like the atmosphere of all these people interacting, that was the part to me that was so much fun. Like I got on there and I got on camera because it was like, all right, let me just turn on my camera and be in there. Everybody else was just sort of behind the scenes, but like it was just there was the energy of the people there and the joking and the just having fun. It's like being at the fight or watching it at somebody's house, and you got your friends with you.
I was kind of scared for like the audio side of it and like the stream aspect because I couldn't like. If it was maybe I wasn't streaming the fight in that Discord, if there was a way I could have a fight like or maybe a laptop streaming the fight on the Discord and then have like another one where we can like show our faces and have everybody on the screen, I would have liked to have that on because that would have been a dope feature. But the fact was that we were streaming it into the thing, so you couldn't put it on. But even when you turned on your camera, there was like 4 or 5 people that turned the camera on. And I thought that was hilarious. But I was just like, man, like I was really worried about the audio side of like people interrupting people, but the thing was, it was like the conversation was flowing between everybody pretty well. Everybody was reacting to the fights at the same time, and like that's another thing. It was very much so like we were talking about the fights. You know what I mean? Like we were definitely joking, but like there was actual like conversation about the fights, which is what I wanted the fight companion to be for. So man, I'm excited. Like I said, for February 12th with Israel Adesanya, who's one of my favorite fighters right now. He's fighting that day. I think we're gonna have a good blackout fight companion, and hopefully we see you guys in there. And I want to ask you, like, besides that, like, how do you feel? Like that was like your first piece of content, I guess, like besides gaming that you did on my channel, which I was excited you were there. I was like, oh, now he gets to like actually be a part of the stream.
No, I'm telling you. So like I said, I felt the good part was, and it was funny. I wasn't sure who was in the room, right? Like who was in the Discord. Yeah. So at first I was a little apprehensive, but I was like, all right, no problem. And then I got on and you hit me with the promo, Big Llama Show, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right when I put the camera on, which was great. And that felt good. And then then I just became one of the guys. Like I honestly felt at first, I was like, oh, I got to be on. I got to, let me just make sure I got professional voice on, whatever. And then all of a sudden, I'm just enjoying the fight, and because I think one of you guys asked me like, "Oh, who you got, Llama?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Like, I'm just watching the fight, man. I'm just enjoying this atmosphere. And honestly, like, I didn't know some of the factoids about the fighters. Some of you, this guy's Brazilian. This guy trained here. This guy was a knockout artist. Like all this stuff that I didn't know about. I was learning, and I enjoyed the fight. Usually, I watch the fights, and it's like, oh, okay, it's fun. No, like if you watch the stream from beginning to end, I start to slowly get into it more and more,
Yeah.
And I think at the end, I'm like, oh no, no, get the arm. You know, like I'm
Yeah.
in there just like you guys. So I
Yeah.
thought it was something amazing, and I want to do it myself. I want to now figure out how to do it for a movie watch along or something silly like that, because the experience is way different than just sort of me watching it and with a timer,
Yeah.
and have other people watching it. It's like you can hear it, see it, and people are commenting in real time. And again, the international flair, that Golden Jet from France, right? Like,
Yeah. That threw me off. I was drinking, so I went downstairs. Like, I was a little drunk, but like immediately was like, there's a dude in France watching the stream with us, and now he knows what blackout is all the way in France. You know what I mean? Like, just I don't even know how he got in there. I don't know. Like he just showed up and then started talking. I was like, all right, what up? But I liked how it felt inclusive, and everybody kind of fed off the energy because the people were in there wasn't like traditional blackout. It was like me, you, Jimmy. If we're
yeah,
talking about like people who we make content with, or like I make content with on a daily, you know what I mean? But other than that, like none of the mainstays, like Big Homie wasn't there, Hercules wasn't there, Hen Dog wasn't there. But the fact that like we didn't have like our core there, and there was just a new group of people, and everybody was like getting along, and like I mean, some of those people like know each other too. You know what I mean? Like my cousin Jimmy, they all kind of know each other, so it's like it works well in that way. But like the fact that other people felt inclusive, there were some people I didn't even know in there, and they were talking to us, and I was like, and they were like talking passionately, like they
yeah.
were like, "Oh, how'd you not see that?" Like asking me like how I didn't see the Moreno loss, which I'm sorry you lost, but I was so excited last time he won. I think we talked about it on the stream when he won.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, he lost the belt. Anyways, it was a great time, and I definitely I want to do it more as well. I want to do it like with other things because, like I told you, doing this content thing, it would benefit us to build like a good, strong Discord community. Because then I see a lot of streamers like post when they go live and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or you can post links of like merch or whatever. You know what I mean? So you definitely got to do some watch alongs, and I think that would get people involved.
Yeah, and the thing is, and this is where I felt instantly old, was like, I don't know, I just gotta mess with it, right? Like the technology and the servers and Discord and all that stuff. I think you had to help me get on. Like, I felt like the old man getting out of the car. Everybody else is getting on, and I'm like, help me, AD. Where, how do I get on this thing? Send me the link, and you're like, the links in the comments. I'm like, let me see. I was clicking the link. It wasn't working. Then I like finally messaged you
Oh,
on Discord.
yeah, because it was like an old link to the last fight stream, and I didn't realize I had to change it. So that was my bad.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
you know what I mean? Like that's the beauty of technology. You just you're like, hey, exclamation Discord. I put that in the title so like people know, and people don't even say anything. They just hit you see them follow me, hit the Discord, the exclamation Discord, and then they'll be in the Discord like right after. So it was like last night. Honestly, I didn't get that many followers, but in terms like what the Discord was way better than I thought. You know what I mean? Like the stream performed a little bit worse than I thought it would have, even though it was still 300 views. But the Discord and like the community we built right there, or like it felt like was like, oh yeah, if I plan for another fight and we get people in here, and there's already people that clearly have come to fights before in my Discord, and was like, like, oh, I didn't know you were gonna do this, and even the kid Trig was like, yo, he's like, I'm glad, he's like, I knew. He's like, I showed you the ropes, and now you do this often. I'm excited. So I was like, yeah. And then he even tweeted it. He tweeted it out, and then he told me that there was like 20 like website links, like clicks on his tweet. So I was like, oh wow, like that's probably where Golden Jet came from. You know what I mean? Just
Oh
random
yeah.
Twitter.
I mean, but like saying, imagine Hen Dog, imagine Hercules
Oh,
Outlaw, all of these guys on, and now with your next one, like I said, oh, I'll jump, I'll check you out, right? Like I always support the streams, anybody streaming, but now I wanna make an appointment for it. Like all right, when's the fight? When is he gonna start streaming? When are we gonna be in the Discord? Because it was that damn good. You know what I mean? Like that's how good again. I started off nervous about doing it, and I was like, I'm just a fan now. I'm just watching the thing with everybody, and it was just so great. It was just great. And then the other thing that we don't get, obviously, on the live stream here is the instant feedback, the instant like reaction. So we say something, funny, or we make a joke or something, everybody's laughing right then and there, that moment, or they're just kind of like crickets, like, oh shit, you bombed that one. But no, it was awesome, man. It was just an awesome time.
There was good dialogue, but just like we keep talking about it. It just goes to is the last night, yes sir. It just goes to show though, like we really are building a community, like all of us, all our brands, and it's exactly what Blackout, what I told you when I first introduced Blackout to you, like what I wanted it from me, you know what I mean, or what I want from it, and it's like brands that like offer like this community sense, and I mean we seen it last night, and who knows, you know what I mean, like you do a movie watch, like how many people you could get in a movie watch, like that
Oh,
would
I
be
know.
crazy,
I
you do
know.
the same thing, you stream it, you know what I mean, like man, I'm excited about it, and it, like I said, it just keeps, and I think it proves to like other members like Jimmy, even Gabe, like hit me up and was like, let's do more like Discord things like that, because I put him before the stream. I had his video up, and I put him on the stream with me, and we were watching like COD, and we were watching a COD tournament, and we were just talking, you know what I mean, and I had his video there though, so it was like I think it showed him like, oh man, we could do more than just game on the channel, you know what I mean, and same thing with that Discord. So let's keep it up, man. Yeah, Frenchie was definitely lit though. I
Yeah, he
enjoyed having him
was.
on, even though he
I,
was flirting with Gabe's sister the whole time.
I thought that's what he was doing. I was like, dude, this dude's pretty bold. He's like, hi, you look very nice. I'm like, you sound nice. I'm like, what is he doing, man? This ain't a pickup service. We're watching the fights, man.
Yeah,
But oh man, I just, like I said, I'm very excited for next time. But like it was, again, fun. Let's do it again. I will definitely be at the next one. I want to make sure, man. I don't want to miss it. That's how good it was. I don't want to miss it. So I'm hoping more people. But yeah, I gotta find a silly, like because I don't want it to be a serious, just like movie watch. I want it to be fun, entertaining. So I got to find a movie that would fit that bill. Again, Malibu's Most Wanted comes to mind.
oh,
Tokyo
man.
Drift.
You
Tokyo
gotta
Drift
see-
might
you gotta see
make
those
it.
movies. Oh man,
But I got to promo the shit out of it, right? And we have to like make sure everybody's on. So
and that's the thing with this the now. I mean, I guess we're branding it Blackout Fight Companion, but like I've done this already. This is like probably my fourth or fifth fight that I've done it, and it's kind of grown every time. And like I said, like having people actually ask for it yesterday, and the amount of people that was watching it, I was like, damn, like I said I was gonna do a lot more, all the big fights this year. So like now I'm really gonna do all the big fights. I'm really gonna promote up to these fights and make this a thing, like because I don't think there's very clearly people are looking for the fights on Twitch. You know what I mean? That's what I noticed when I started doing this. I was like, oh, there's like a there's an avenue, and I see a lot of people do it on YouTube, but they don't use the audio or nothing. You know what I mean? Like I'm risking it right now because it's a little, I'm not as big, but eventually I would have to turn off the audio. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do this all for the rest of the year.
So, but what's the rule in Discord? Is there a rule like whatever
On
you?
Discord doesn't matter.
So it's in your server, right? You can do
Yeah,
whatever you want in your server.
yeah, exactly. We're just hanging out with friends. You know what I mean? At that point, and it's like you can watch literally whatever you want.
Because technically there's no monetization, right? Like
No.
you can't make any money on Discord.
No.
However, you can link your link to say subscribers only and stuff like that, right? Like okay,
Yeah.
so you can use it as a tool, but like because then I was thinking about the technicalities of it. I'm like, well, he's not making any money off of Discord, but he is building a community of folks sort of talking about the fight. So
Like I told you before, there's 20 people in my Discord now that are on that list in that server. So like, you know what I mean? Like we do it again, they're already there. That's already 20 people off the rip next time we do this fight. And clearly they're all there for fights. You know what I mean? So it's like 20 people off rip, and then whoever we get then, and then off of the branding, and the more we do this throughout the year, because UFC fights are all year round. Like by the end of the year, who knows where the Discord will be? It's just, to me, it's like a no-brainer. I love watching UFC fights. I love the build-ups to the fights. As you can see, not that I'm knowledgeable about like fighting and stuff, but I'm knowledgeable about being a fan to the sport, I guess.
oh yeah,
It's the best way. You know what I mean? And last night we had good discussion about the fight, and that was what made me most excited about it. Now, if it gets like too crazy, that's what I'm kind of worried about too. If there's like 100 people in there, like who knows? But at this point, we keep doing what we're doing.
There were a bunch of people muted, just watching the fight, listening
just
to
watching
the happenings. But
Yeah.
I think there might be. Is there a setting that you can like only have people who you want talking or available, or no?
There probably is, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's not. I don't know too much about Discord either. Like trying to learn as we use it now, but
Yeah. No, but
we're gonna
definitely a
keep it
tool.
going, man. We're gonna
Yeah.
keep
No,
it
for
going.
sure. For sure. All right. So again, that was a great night. We're gonna do it again. Let us know when you're because you do pre-show, right? You start way before the actual fights, and
Well,
although
yeah, depending if I have the day off or whatnot.
got it. You got me though, because I thought I didn't realize you were watching somebody playing COD. I thought it was you playing, and I'm like, oh man, he's doing pretty good. What's going on here? And all of a sudden it breaks the camera to some guy high fiving another dude. I'm like, wait a second, that's not him. I was like, damn, what's he playing? What's going on?
It was
So
the Call of Duty League kickoff classic this weekend. Which that's another thing. I'm gonna kind of announce it. I don't want to announce it because if we have our guest next week, it'll be a bigger announcement. But we are gonna me and my boy Big Homie. We're gonna have our podcast. It's gonna be an audio only podcast come out pretty soon, and I think we'll talk about it. When we actually can have him on the show and like promo it the right way. But with that, I definitely want to incorporate like hip hop, obviously, because I love hip hop, gaming, but also Call of Duty. Like I want to give that because people who are into competitive Call of Duty are into competitive Call of Duty. There's not like a middle lane where it's like you kind of like Call of Duty, where it's like how people are casual about sports,
right,
So I
right.
kind of want to bring that as well, and so I thought watching it on stream would be a good way to also build that kind of fan base. But man, we got a lot of things working this year. I'm excited about this year of content from everybody in Blackout because I think we built a strong foundation the last couple months with each other, with like supporting each other, seeing each other grow. Like everybody's streams are growing, and I think by the end of this year we'll be really surprised where everybody's at.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun this year. This is gonna be a fun year for us. A lot of good stuff, and like I said, we support each other and the fans, the subscribers, the friends, the family members, everybody. It's not specific to one thing. It's just a number of things that we cover, and that's what I like about it. It's just a lot of fun. Like the pressure is off. Like for this show, you know, it's movies, it's streaming, it's the fights, it's whatever is happening during the week. So that's the fun part of this whole thing, is that it's not tied down to it, and like, you get lots of different people sort of coming together that wouldn't normally come together.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that for sure. All right, let me see if I can share this screen here. Make sure. Last time I shared my screen, we had freaking convulsions out there, epilepsy warnings. A couple of sad things happened this last week. We had legendary rocker Meatloaf passed away at age 74. What's bad is when these guys pass away, when musicians or whatever. I go and I start playing their archives. I play, their music for the day, and I start to think about and I like Meatloaf a lot, and I really dug his music, but he's an underrated actor. He did a lot. I mean, he was in Fight Club. I don't know if everyone remembers that, but he was famously bitch tits, as they called him in Fight Club. So
That's hilarious.
I mean,
I didn't know who Meatloaf was like until he died. Honestly, I was
yeah.
like, "There's really somebody named Meatloaf," and then I had to like just see it everywhere. But I'm not too familiar, to be honest.
Yeah, no, like I said, he was. I just want to see, shout that out because I wasn't a huge fan of Meatloaf. He wasn't like my favorite favorite actor of all time. I enjoyed his stuff, and like I said, and his music was good. But I'm not deep in the catalog, right? I know the hits, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I think also the comedian Louis Anderson passed away. I think same day. Louis Anderson was like a staple in the 80s. Like he was in a bunch of movies. He had comedy specials. He had, I think he had a Saturday morning cartoon. I mean, the dude was everywhere, and then kind of fell off a little bit. But yeah, man, just sad to when these guys are gone. They're means we're getting older, man. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Did you see Spider Man? Man, Spider Man is making waves again. Man, it's still out there performing. I think it passed. Let me see if I can find the box office score, but um, let's see.
I mean, I think Scream passed it last week, but the fact that it's still up there and it was competing for the number one spot, was it like 5 weeks already? It was like
Yeah,
4 or 5 weeks already. It's like movie. I mean, the movie was phenomenal. You know what I mean? And word of mouth, and the fact that people are saying it's that phenomenal, and now everybody knows the other Spider Mans that they grew up on are in it also. And you could like, it's like it kind of, you can have like a dad show the kid like, this is the Spider Man I grew up on, even though you love Tom Holland. Like they're in the same movie. You know what I mean? So it probably like brought a lot of more than like a normal Marvel movie, because I feel like Marvel movies are very good at bringing casuals out, but I feel like this one brought out a lot of people. I mean, look, 1.6 billion globally. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. I think its domestic haul was almost $700 million. I think and that's what I'm saying. Like it passed. Let's see, it passed Jurassic World, Lion King. Let's see. I mean, it's just insane. It's
And
just
this is
insane.
post COVID.
Right, right. And that's the thing, and it's still strong. So like, I know Scream beat it, right, because it's the new movie, but like, it's in its fifth or sixth week of release. So like, you should beat it, right? But it's still pretty strong. And I pre-ordered the Blu-rays and stuff, so I made sure I had that on the order. But I was gonna see it this weekend. I was like, you know what? I'm up in West Palm Beach. I want to maybe check out this movie again. There's a new theater I want to check out, and I went to go pick out my seats because I wanted to see what's available.
Yeah.
And 80% of that theater was sold. And an IMAX screening the sixth week that it's out was 80% sold. Like people are going to repeat viewings on this thing. So
For sure. And it goes to the fact that it's not on Disney Plus, or
oh my god,
wherever it would be.
that's the key. That's the key is that it's not
Well, I mean,
featured.
I think it's two keys. It's the rewatchability of it, and the fact that it's not on Netflix or any streaming platforms. Because if it was and it had rewatchability, it's not doing these numbers no matter what. You know what I mean? People are just gonna be, they might go watch it one time in theaters because it's a spectacle and you got to see it in theaters,
Yeah,
but they're
yeah,
definitely gonna rewatch it at home in the comfort of their own home for the most part. So you know what I mean? Like, it just goes to show you the movies are good. Movies are back. You can't
yeah,
put you know what I mean? You can't put a shit movie out and expect it to do numbers, because that's what you got streaming platforms for now. You know what I mean? I seen they're announcing like Chicken Run 2. It's like, but they're gonna put it on Netflix, and it's like, yeah, because you're not gonna put that in theaters. They came out in theaters back then, but that's not a movie people are gonna run out to go see. So it's like, why set that expectation when you could just throw it on Netflix and let it live?
yeah. I mean, and some movies belong there. Some movies, they're meant for Netflix and chill. They're meant for just for streaming. But like, again, I think the Matrix was terrible in the sense of I didn't see it. I'm talking about the reviews. That's how bad it is. I haven't seen it yet. And I'm one that sees these movies like the day it comes out,
Yeah.
because the reviews were so bad for it, and because it was available. Like, it could have made money. It could have made some decent money at least the first weekend. But when the word of mouth was it wasn't that great. You're not running to the theater to go spend your money.
Oh.
It's available on HBO Max. Why would you, if it's a movie? Why would you go? Like honestly, like,
But I mean, you've made the point too. Like, it was fucked regardless.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, it's the second. It came out the second week of Spider-Man, so I'm pretty sure you made the exact point that if Spider-Man does good and they do have the Toby and Andrew in it, the second week's going to be even higher. You know what I mean? So it's like it wasn't going to do good in anyways, and I feel like they kind of knew that. You know what I mean? Like, they,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Why would you release it then? It's like they didn't really have faith, and it's like, let's just put it on all streaming platforms, just put it out there, whatever it makes, and hopefully the IP just brings the people, because yeah, that movie did not intrigue me at all. I don't think
no,
I'm even gonna waste time with it.
no. I mean, that's like I said. I haven't watched it yet. No, I mean, I don't plan on it. But It's what's coming up though, and I looked at the calendar here. You got a lot of really good stuff coming out in February and March.
Yeah.
You got let's see. I'm gonna share the screen. Again, I'm just here making sure we can see this stuff. You've got what I'm looking forward to, Jackass Forever. I like that movie. I like those movies. I'd like to do a Discord watch on those because that's the type of Discord that you should have is like people just cutting up watching a really shitty movie like that. But in February, that's when Morbius was supposed to come out, and that got moved. You have Uncharted coming out, which is going to be, I think, pretty good, but I have a feeling it has stinker written all over it, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like. I don't know much about the Uncharted franchise itself, but just the trailer was like, it looks alright. It looks like a generic Moon Knight. We could definitely do that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Did you see the trailer of it? Of
I
Moon
did.
Knight?
I did see it. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it looks gritty. It looks like a movie, man. It looks like a really good movie. It looks
we're gonna
amazing.
talk about Moon Knight then.
Yeah, let's talk about Moon
that's
Knight.
gonna
Yeah.
be. I think that's gonna be one of the better MCU shows. I honestly think it has, just by off the trailer, has the potential to be, because I didn't know a bunch about Moon Knight until the trailer, and it's funny because me and Big Homie were kind of going back and forth like we don't know anything about this character, but the character itself is like super. It's almost like the Batman of the Marvel world, as they would like say it, but he's kind of like a split personality, and that's the angle they're taking in the show, which I think gives it like a different dynamic of like it looks like a horror movie. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's like I don't have the audio for it running, but
of course.
let's just watch it. Let's just watch this trailer right here. We're just commenting on it, but like Oscar Isaacs is one of my favorite actors. Like this dude can do amazing things. But yeah, this looks great. Like it just looked amazing, looked gritty. And I think we're going to be wowed by this one.
I think so too, and I like the Egyptian aspect to it.
Yeah, there's just
But like this looks super dope.
yeah. I mean, the dude is terrified of this lady. Man, come on.
And the thing is, like, so with this character, I forgot his last name, but I know his name's Mark. Mark Spector, I think his name is the main character, right? But like I said, he has like split personalities, and that's why in this scene, she's like, where were you, Mark? Or why'd you do that, Mark? And he's like, why'd you call me Mark? Because I think the different personalities aren't really aware, at least in this point of the show, aren't aware of like each other. And like I said, the Mark Spector character is the main one. So I don't even think we've seen the main character of the show yet, which is, you know what I mean, like the main personality. So I think that also like gives another interesting thing. Plus, the Moon Knight, I think we'll say it right now. The Moonlight costume is pretty sick.
Yeah. I mean, and he's vicious.
And look,
I mean,
this looks brutal. And like I said, it's supposed to be like the Batman. Like, I think somebody compared it to like how Batman like uses vengeance.
yeah.
This guy like wants to like I think he wants vengeance on a higher level than Batman. I forgot how he put it, but it was almost like a darker version of Batman, I guess. It was like,
Yeah, I mean, Disney Plus is set, man. Like they're set because I think they have Moon Knight, the Kenobi series, I think coming out soon. It's great. It's a great time, man. I'm telling you.
and another beautiful thing about Moon Knight is now that they're introducing Blade, and at the end of the Eternals movie, when they had Blade's little cameo at the end in the post credit trailer or whatever it was. That other character, I forgot what he plays, like a knight himself, and those three are a team. So like it almost sets up another team, which they kind of like fight more vampires and werewolves, stuff like that. I think Moon Knight's like arch villain is a werewolf. So I mean, we're gonna definitely see a different side of the MCU, and I'm excited about that.
For sure. And then, Big Homie agrees with me. His Uncharted definitely a stinker. Video game to movies don't usually work well. And see, I'm excited about Uncharted because of the games. Like, I know the games. I've played several of them. My kids love the games. So I'm like, yeah, I'm excited. But there's no other reason I'm excited for it other than I played the game. I can't imagine that being a universal appeal to anybody else. And so even with Tom Holland in it, and Mark Wahlberg.
I think that's what they're going for, because I heard, like, from what I've seen people like do trailer reactions, and they're saying like the casting is like a little off between the characters of, like, if you're making it accurate to the game. So it's like, you're just using the star power, and they're hoping that the star power of these two, what I mean? And they probably are going to, I mean, I'm not going to say might, they probably will put good performances to the movie. But I don't think, it's like how strong is the writing and then you got the IP of like, of watching or the Uncharted game. It's like how people kind of like will view your movie, how closely it is to the, if it's closer or not close to the game, which I think that hinders, what I mean? Like if you're a massive fan, you don't like the movie, you're going to tell people like, don't watch the movie,
Yeah. I mean, I've already heard complaints about Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland being the wrong ages for the particular characters. That it's not, it's not in line with the video game. So like when you're hearing stuff like that, you already know that it's not going to do well, But we'll see. Can Tom Holland continue sort of that $1 billion, chef's kiss that he gave us with Spider-Man? I don't know. Maybe, but I don't. I think it'll do well opening week, but it's going to have a huge drop off unless it's a movie that blows you away and it's really, really good, like Free Guy. Free Guy, people were sort of dismissing it a little bit, and then the word of mouth was that it was pretty good, and then repeat viewings and people wanted to see it. Now it did get, it did lose some money from the pandemic perspective, but again, should be a good one to watch, but it's probably going to stink. Who knows?
Yeah.
And here's Jimmy here. Random video game news. Activision developer says they will be putting Master Chief in the new Modern Warfare at the end of the year. What do you think about that? You play.
Well, I play
Halo.
both now because Halo and I think it'll be dope, and it'll just show like the flexing their muscles that they can do it now. You know what I mean? Now they're kind of not limited to what they can put in Warzone, because now they own the IPs of other games.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Now if they do deals with like any other movies or whatnot. I mean, I seen they dropped Attack on Titans, which is an anime. They dropped some skins in the game. So it's like, and now people are complaining about the skins because they're like, well, they just look like Japanese men, not necessarily the anime characters.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like for COD, they need to get away from like the realism. And somebody said this in like one of the COD like podcasts I listened to, but they're like, yo, the realism of a COD, like, it's a shooter. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah, exactly.
it's a cartoon shooter. Just make it the same basis. You know what I mean? So like, it gives you like a little bit more freedom with what you can do with skins, and like almost like the Fortnite effect. Like, bro, because Fortnite's a cartoonish game, you can put anybody in the game. I mean, they have Spider-Man in the game. They had Thanos in the game. Like, they had skins for literally anything. Football, like literal football jerseys, like NFL football team jerseys. So it's like,
Oh yeah, they had a partnership with everybody this year. Fortnite.
yeah.
It's crazy. And listen, I'm with you, man. Like Call of Duty to me was the thing that I got me back into gaming, because I hadn't played for years, and then all of a sudden, everyone's talking about this, and I think back in 2010 or 11, like when it was big, I was playing it, and I was playing it, until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning with friends, and getting owned by 12-year-olds, but So no, I listen, man. You just let it be fun, man. I like the campaigns and I like story modes, but I like the multiplayer better. That's my favorite aspect of the whole thing.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily like Warzone because I don't like that concept, but I when I play with you guys, it's fun, man. Even though I suck, but
A lot of people like complain about, like, it's like, how many times we're gonna go back to World War II? Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
right.
you're not using all the wars. You know what I mean? Like, if you were like continuing to like shuffle like every war in history, then it'd be cool. But like, you're shuffling the same 3 different wars. You know what I mean? It's like,
do they have a Desert Storm? Was there ever one for Desert Storm?
I don't
Or
think so.
I mean that Afghanistan war, like those are like, I don't know. I guess you got to be careful with that in terms of profiling and stuff like that. But I would say that'd be interesting because there's the weaponry of that time is way different, even though it's very advanced in all these games. All right, let's talk about one more thing here, which is
Oh,
the
I was definitely going to bring this up when you were talking about movies to watch for the year because, boy, I am hearing phenomenal things about this movie. Honestly,
well. First of all, and I'm just letting the thing play in the background, but you've got the 3 hour time. Time. I mean, geez.
yeah, which I like because this is supposed to be more of a detective style Batman, noir style Batman. So it's like we're gonna need. Plus, it's a whole new world, so it's like we kind of need. Though we don't need backstory and like a origin story, we need to kind of know what this Batman's gone through with. Because I think this is gonna be his second year, or it's like it's year one. It
Yeah.
might be. It might be like his second year or literally his first year. So I think we're gonna get like a Batman who learns to use his billionaire playboy aspect of himself, and a Batman who is gonna learn how to, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna see a Batman actually go through the steps because I feel like with past Batman things, it's like we get the origin story, then we get like the Batman already, like he's kind of already established by the time he does it. You know what I mean? Like this one, I think we're gonna see from the ground up, and I'm excited, man. It looks
Yeah.
good. It looks dark. I'm surprised it's PG-13, although not that surprised because more money.
That was the controversy. That was the big thing. The two things that were the controversial things this week for Batman was the close to 3 hour runtime, and then all the haters saying it's not going to be good because you didn't have it as a rated R movie. And listen, man, I've said, and I don't know why they don't do this, and I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. Why not release two cuts? Why not release two versions of the movie? Why not, if it's that close? Because you're going to get an unedited or unrated cut or something like that. I'm sure with a Blu-ray at some point. Or is it like Zack Snyder's version, that type of stuff.
Yeah,
But like if it's that close, right? Like make a cut for adults that and then make it. And I get it. Like honestly, it's the theaters and the chains. They can't run two movies, and they're not gonna. It's expensive. I get that, but I'm just saying, like, why not? Like, let the first run be whatever it is, and then re-release it that 2 weeks later as the R-rated version. I don't know.
yeah, but then at that point, people are already gonna see it.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I mean, it looks visually stunning. I mean,
Oh,
looks.
it's gonna be sick. I think.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
gritty. It's raw. I mean, it's. I mean, just looking at these images here that are shown on the screen, it looks like it's going to be a spectacle. Now, definitely going to go see it in IMAX because I got the tweet from Matt Reeves. I saw he was doing the quality control check on it, and he was in an IMAX theater. So I was like, oh, okay. So they're definitely pushing the IMAX feature on this. So I was like, I got to go see it in IMAX for sure.
yeah. I mean, with the R rating thing, you can't expect them to do it. Like it works for Deadpool. It can work for Batman, but for what they wanted to achieve with this movie and like what it can be, like if you really think about it, this is gonna be their movie that goes 3 years. You know what I mean? They don't have Ben Affleck anymore as Batman, unless he decides to do something after, but I doubt it. You know what I mean? We'll see him in what do you call it? In the Flashpoint movie, which is another movie I think should be coming this year, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. And I think that's gonna be another good one. But yeah, with this movie, I'm excited to see how they take it because, like I said, if we get 3 movies of this, and like it's pretty grounded in how it looks. You know what I mean? Like, and it honestly, I like how he's using actual gadgets too. Like that's another thing. Like we're
yeah,
gonna get like the Batman gadget side. We're gonna see. I said earlier, his detective skills, which I don't think we've really seen that to a full extent in any movie. So I think it's gonna give us a lot of different things when it comes to the Batman like lore, and I'm excited, man. I'm a huge fan of the Batman story, no matter how many times I see it.
yeah.
And the
No,
villains, like the Batman villains are iconic. Like they're gonna cast especially if it does well, they're gonna cast. And honestly I heard there's gonna be like a Joker cameo maybe at the end, but I don't think it's true. Like it doesn't seem like it's caught a lot of weight.
yeah,
But whoever they cast, you know what I mean, he's gonna be the opposite of Robert Pattinson. I think honestly he's gonna surprise us too as Batman himself.
Well, and that's where I hold my judgment. I'm a little nervous about Pattinson's performance. But the dude's a great actor, so
Yeah.
you can't knock the guy. He's been doing some great work as of late. I'm not sure what to expect, and I think that's a good thing. I think that's a great thing because if I don't know what to expect and he gives me a performance that I enjoy, then I'll take it, right? But if I think, okay, he's going to give me this type of performance, again, preconceived notions of movies, you may feel like, but we got to give him a shot. Got to give him a shot. I mean, the so far the first leaks and the first people who've have seen some of the dailies say that Pattinson's amazing. That he's he's killing it, but. That PG-13 thing and the 3-hour runtime, we'll see if that has any legs. I don't think anybody cares, to be honest.
No, I mean they shouldn't.
Big homie was talking about when we were talking about Call of Duty, just maps that are reminiscent like the Desert Siege. Yeah, I mean, there was a mode that I used to play in Call of Duty, the original Modern Warfare. The one where you go to a zone and they drop a bunch of packages in that particular. I forgot what it was called, man. Jeez,
no clue,
dude.
And then I played the older ones.
I played that, man, till the wheels fell off, man. That was my favorite right there. You sit in the zone, and when you sit in the zone, they just start dropping care packages, and you get all the stuff, and you go to the next zone, and you're just annihilating people. It's crazy.
Maybe they'll tell us in the chat. I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called, man. But it was actually, you know what? What's funny? I went in on my PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
And they don't have there's like 6 people playing the PlayStation 3 version. But I tried it. It does work. There's some people still out there. Some server is still running it.
Yeah, these games they run for a long time, and then it's like randomly you'll see them. It's like, oh, servers for this game that's 20 years old shuts down today. It's like, is that shit still open?
Right, exactly.
I think they just shut down like Halo 3 servers like last week. It's like, what the? All right.
What? Those were still running?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Anyway. All right. Well, Special Ops or Spec Ops, yeah. That was that controversial one. It had that airport scene where they mowed down all those people in the airport in the campaign mode. There was like big controversy on that one.
I expected that they did it.
Yeah. Again, that's for the older guys who were playing. I think you were. How old were you in 2012?
Oh, I was old enough. I just didn't play video games because of baseball. All my friends played. I just never played with them.
Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah.
Everybody go to Big Homie's house and we'll listen to music and play games. And I was just like, I don't know. I'm not good at it.
Oh, man. So Big Homie's by you, right?
Yeah.
And everybody else is still back in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, me and Hen Dog. Okay. That's why Hen Dog's so good. He had all that practice.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. I was like, bro, you've been playing forever. Of course you're better than me. You should be.
Right.
The fact that I'm that close to you is very sick. He's like, oh, you always bring that up.
Listen, man, I played the other night, man. I played those short map missions, Shipment and all these other ones.
Yeah.
On Vanguard. I had 63 kills, man.
Hey.
63. And that's not me getting killed 63 times. I killed people 63 times. So I just want to put that out there in the ether. So
improvement, man.
Let's see. Big Homies. That was the Modern Warfare 3 opening scene, I believe. We got someone saying hi, Guy234.
What's up, Guy?
What's up, Guy?
Hey, Guy. How you doing, man?
Hi, my guy. How you doing, man? Hey, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome. He's on Twitch, so thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Give a like or what do you do on Twitch, man? You subscribe, right, or you follow, right? Give a follow. I'm on YouTube, guys. So if you want to give me a a like and subscribe over here on YouTube. If not, Blackout AD. Are you streaming after this?
Yeah, probably.
You're struggling over there.
No, I'm just fixing my hair, and then I'm probably gonna stream though. I gotta figure out my schedule for this week because it's either I gotta fix my sleeping schedule and wake up early and stream, or I'll just keep streaming at night. We'll see.
No worries. All right, we've been at this for about an hour, so you know what that means, man. It's about quitting time. So we want to thank all our subscribers, all of the folks that were on the chat tonight. Chat was a little quiet, a little reserved tonight. That's okay. Maybe they're Bills fans and they're crying in their sleep, you know. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Jimmy wants to talk about what we playing.
Are you still running some? We'll figure it out. I'll text you, Jimmy. I'll text you.
Yes, I gotta. So after this, I'm going to put up the podcast. The podcast will be available immediately following the show for everyone to watch or listen to the replay. It's going to be on YouTube. It's still on Twitch, and it'll be on Facebook. Make sure you follow Blackout AD on Twitch, and again, give a like and subscribe to the Big Llama Show if you want to support the show. AD, you got anything else before we go, man?
Nah, man. Just follow, and we'll see you next week.
All right, guys. We'll see everybody next week. Have a great night, everybody.
Yes, sir.